everybody, I'm KK.
I'm Kristen.
And together we are
KK Crochet.
We've been filming, and you're going to see this shirt, and she changed shirts because you couldn't see her.
I look like a floating head.
Yep, we tried to do the lighting different. I don't know, guys. It is what it is. Y'all know we're not professional anyway, and that's why I told Kristen, I said, I'm not setting up. I'm kind of laid back here, just relaxing. I like this area of our house. I like filming here. It's much more comfortable, and I kind of feel like we're just hanging out together, so this is me. Anyway. This is about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. What is Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach? It is our charity that we have started several years ago, 2-3 years ago. I'm not sure now. I need to go back and get dates because it might have been. I think anyway.
Was it 2020?
I don't know. It's in memory of my brother who passed away in 2016, and the whole story is on Facebook, and it is something YouTube doesn't like for people to talk about, but it deals with mental health. Hope it shadows. And so anyway, we are endeavoring to make a bad situation a good one, and the way we do that is we collect hats every year, scarves, ear warmers, cowls, gloves, fingerless mittens, mittens, anything like that that's for warmth. And we throw those out during parades, and we also donate them to local organizations who have an outreach like that in the community. They provide for people in need. They provide for children in need. We donate to schools. We donate to people who give for Christmas to kids. It's a large amount, or a long list of places that we donate to. And this year our goal is 2025 in 2025. And my husband said the other day, he said, I haven't seen many hats yet. I said, we just really got started because we didn't start accepting until, April?
April, yep, is when we started.
I think it was April.
Yeah.
And it's hot, and nobody really wants to make hats now. And we get that, and most everything comes in later. So after I explained that, and we talked about some things, it's funny how things work, because first of all, I've had two things happen lately. Several of you have asked about sending baby hats, and I've always said we really don't have an outreach for that. We have one place that does like a baby shower type thing, but it's the amount of people that they cover is very small. So, maybe 20 people every couple of months or something. So I was doing some research for something else for somebody else, and found a baby closet that is in one of the local churches, and asked them, and they suggested they could take baby hats. So a small number of baby hats for there, we can handle, and then the other place as well. So yes, a few baby hats we could actually take now and be able to find a home for them. Normally we do children and adults, and I say that if you look at a hat and you are making a hat for a small adult or a medium adult, most of the time it's going to cover a wide range of people, from children up to adult, right? That's just the way it works. So all those sizes, all these shadows are driving me nuts. Sorry guys, distraction, can't help it. So, but the other day, I told you all about that particular new outreach. But the other day, Kristen had gone to a scholarship dinner and got her scholarships for the coming year. And we noticed one was missing, but thought somebody else had gotten it or whatever. And then I got a message one day that asking me to call a friend of ours who is in charge of that scholarship. And she said there had been a miscommunication, and the scholarship had been dropped when it wasn't supposed to be, that it would renew, but would come back next year for Kristen to apply next year, for next school year. But in the meantime, she had another scholarship opportunity for Kristen that she wanted her to apply for in another group that she's part of. So Kristen did that. And while we were talking about that, we were talking about some other charity work that she does. And I knew that she raised money for troubled youth. Not troubled youth. She raises money for youth that is in a desperate situation, for children who are left without a home, basically, foster children. And so she raises money for those children. And I knew always that she had done that, but I wasn't aware that how involved she was with the program or where the program was. It turns out that the program has a home base just a county over from us, and it is a county that we have never been able to reach out into because we didn't have any contacts there. We have 2 or 3 counties right now that we reach out into, including ours. So ours and 2 other surrounding counties that we go into with donations. Not widespread, but on a small scale. We have a place in each county that we go to. And then we have a couple places here, 5 or 6 here in our county. But this one is in a different county, and we're super excited because it deals with children, I believe she said like 6 and up, and something like that. They don't have a lot of babies that come through the program, but they do have children like 6 and up, and it's children that are removed from a home, and then they go to a shelter, and then they are placed up for foster families, and the foster families then take them in. And so I asked her, would it be possible for us to donate Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach? I explained to her what it was, and would we be able to donate hats? And she said absolutely, I could get them to her, and she would make sure they got to the shelter, and that if they had enough, that then they would also share with the sister shelter, which is in another county. So I'm super excited about the ability to reach out to these children who have nothing, who have been ripped from their homes. I won't say ripped, who have been removed from their homes for whatever reason. I'm not here to judge or to question, but they are looking for people to care for them. Now their program, their foster program, is free for parents to join the foster program, and I know that some of them are not. And she had impressed upon me that theirs is free, and they had a yard sale or a sale. They do it once or twice a year, and they raise money for these children to provide for them, and they make good money because everybody knows that that's what it's for. So I feel blessed and impressed upon to provide for those children in the shelter. So I'm super excited to partner with them and find yet another organization. I'm going to have to sit down and write down all of them so that we know who all they are, but also knowing that we throw hats out at parades. So it's not always about somebody who has a specific need. There's a hot rod. Stop. Okay, we had to take a time out for Hot Rod because he's rambunctious. So anyway, I'm super excited to partner with her and with you all to provide for those children. It will be another outreach that we have, and I'm going to sit down and write them all out so we get them all and make sure they all get the hats. So 2,025 hats in 2025. We'd ask you that if you can to be a part of it, if you'd like to send hats, acrylic. Like I said, most of the bigger hats, because they kind of go the distance, but if you make a smaller one for smaller children, just mark on it so we know that you sized it up, and you can find those size charts all over YouTube and Facebook, and not Facebook, Google, and let us know that you sized it as child size, and that way we know that that's what's going on. We do pack them in plastic bags like this. If you want to send plastic bags, or if you want to place them in plastic bags, that's fine. We don't place all of them in plastic bags. The ones that go to organizations don't need to be, because they're going to process them and hand them out the way they see fit, and they don't need to be in bags. The ones we put in bags are because we throw them out at the parade, and if it's raining, muddy, nasty, snowy, because it's in December, we don't want them to get damaged before they get to the hands that need them. What am I forgetting? We put a bee on the map for every state. Every person from every state that sends a hat. So if you send a hat the first time, you get a bee on the map for your state. If you send more, we don't add another bee, but we add your total to the total of hats. We're trying to get a bee for every state, and we have yet to do that. So maybe 2025 is the year. 2025 and 2025, and we get a bee on every state. Even if we don't, it doesn't matter, because the point is to bless other people, to show them that we love them and care about them. Each hat comes, or item comes, with a little strip of paper or a piece of paper that says that this hat or whatever it is was made with love by somebody who knows and understands Bumblebee Mountain Outreach's background and cares for you, something like that. And then it has a Bible verse on it. So I think, do they always have?
We always, I'm pretty sure, put
John
a Bible
3:16 or
verse.
something on there.
And one year we used stamps sent by the lovely Susan.
Yes.
That said made with love.
Yeah. So we change it up every year. But anyway, 2025 and 2025, I'm trying not to let the light reflect on my glasses, guys, so that's why they're up like that. Because we need some light, because it's dark in here, it's nighttime, and this is the only time we can find to record. So I don't know why I'm telling y'all this. Y'all don't care about that, do you? You just want to hear us talk, right? Y'all don't care what we look like, do you? So anyway, I say all that to say, if you would like to send a hat or a scarf or gloves or how many ever you'd like to send, there is an address, a P.O. box that you can send it to. It will be in the description box down below. If you have questions, leave them in the comments. We'd be happy to answer them. I feel like we haven't talked about or addressed enough this year about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. I know several of our friends are working on hats. We are working on hats. I have a goal. Kristen has a goal. The goal is for both of us, but mine is 25 more than hers. So we're going to see who was right. We'll see. I think we've made 41 so far. That's nowhere near the goal for either of us. So we're trying to make more because I felt bad. I didn't feel like I was making enough of them. And so I'm trying to make more. Kristen's trying to make more. She was working and going to school and going to classes to do her clinicals, so it's been hard. So hopefully now that summer started, and the first 2 weeks of summer have been packed with things that they were doing, her and my youngest. And so hopefully after this weekend, they will have plenty of time to take on some other things for, well, let's put it this way. We will make plenty of time to take on the things for Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. So I'm excited that we have 2 brand new places to donate to. Even if the baby one is small, it still opens up an avenue and a place for us to be active in our community, because that one is in our community and it is reaching the people that we live around all the time. So we're really excited about the baby pantry, and they also do diapers and wipes and formula and clothing and all that kind of thing. So really nice place. You might look in your community and see if you have one of those at local churches and see if you can donate. And that comes back to sending hats to us. If you can't afford to send and can't afford postage, we get it.
We completely understand.
We get it, because I'm in that position right now, and have been for about a year now, that there were so many things I wanted to do and could not do because of finances. So we get it. Donate locally, and it will mean the same thing, because you're doing it in love to show somebody they're cared for, and it will mean the same. But if you feel led and you can, you are financially able to do that, and you can send a hat or a scarf or whatever, please feel free to do so, and we very much appreciate you. And go over to Facebook, the link is down below, and read the journey about what has happened. We tell you all the time, you be kind because you don't know anybody else's journey. That's not just because we want to say that. That comes from our experience. It comes from what happened that brought about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, because we didn't know what was going on. And by the time we found out, it was too late. Too late. And you don't always know. And it wasn't like we were being mean or cruel. It's just we did not know. We couldn't step in. And if people don't tell you, then you don't know. So if you're struggling, say something. Find somebody to confide in. But otherwise, be kind to people. You don't know what their walk is. You have no idea. So
a smile could change someone's day.
That's true. So we have new maps this year. They're not the old ones. They're bigger and much bigger. So we're going to do what we can with them. I've got to get some cardboard to put them on, but for now, this is what I have to do. And so last time we already did a Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach donation and didn't have the map out to put the bee on it, didn't have the bees figured out. We figured it out now. So Kristen's going to put it on there. It's for Suzanne.
Side.
Whoops, that's right. and it's for New Jersey. So she's going to put the bee on New Jersey. And instead of buying the bee stickers this year, I had washi tape that
the washi tape
I think Susan, not Susanna.
Susan.
Suzanne sent the hats. I know I had washi tape that Susan sent us, and so we're just going to use those bees because they're cute and they're little and they show up really well.
There is one on Rhode Island.
Not Rhode Island, New Jersey.
Whoops.
She's trying to make those
Bees fly.
those bees fly through the states.
Oopsie.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. There we go.
And then she's going to put one on Washington for our friend Shirley because we have some hats to show you. Hopefully you've stuck around for all that. We have some hats to show you that Shirley sent, and they are beautiful. So we've already shown the ones from Suzanne. We showed them in a prior video, but we hadn't put the bee on. So now we're going to put the bee on Washington for Shirley. Like I said, we're going to get cardboard where we can put this up and you can see it. And it probably won't be hanging back here all the time because this particular room is not a room where, it's a room where people filter in and out in our house. And a public room, so to speak, I guess you could say, where company comes and sits. And so I won't have them up here. Before, the room I had them in, they were in a room that was closed off and nobody can see them all the time. Not that I mind for people seeing them, but honestly, I don't have room back here for both of them because they're so big. So we're going to figure it out. So let's show the hats from Shirley.
Give me just a second to grab them. So these are from Shirley in Washington.
Here's the pretty card. That's so cute.
I'm going to start showing the hats. They're very pretty.
It says, KK and Kristen, hi guys, I'm so happy to be a part of this year's collection of beanies for BMO, and that's our shortened version for Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. A lot of times it's just easier to say it that way.
I love this, it's so bright.
Enclosed are 40 beanies in various sizes and colors. I hope they will provide a little love and warmth to those who need them. Take care, Shirley. P.S. Also enclosed are 40-gallon size plastic bags. Thank you, Shirley. We appreciate that so much.
They're so pretty.
Ooh, I like this one.
I like this one.
This reminds me of the Hulk.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's just the coloring. Oh, I love this. This is 80s. Love it. It's so soft. Very pretty. Look at me like that for.
I'm gonna give you a look.
Okay. Oh, I love this yarn. Look at this.
I have one like that too.
I love it. Oh, that's so pretty. Those post stitches.
Pretty.
Very pretty.
I like this one a lot.
I love this blue.
Pretty pinks and blues and purples.
Love these stitches that have the little ridges like that. Very pretty. I love this. I don't know what pattern this is, Shirley. I need to know. What is that? What is that? That side to side, up and down, whatever that is. That's beautiful. I love the yarn, but I want to know what the pattern is. I like this, whatever this is, the swirly thing.
That one. This one.
Very pretty. And then a box of bags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bag.
So, and if you want to send those, you don't have to because we get them if you don't.
Yeah.
But if you want to send them, I will give you a tip. If you live near a Walgreens, about once every 3 weeks or something like that, they have those, the gallon
size.
Yeah, the gallon size is what we try to use because it gives room for the hat and the paper that we put in there.
And if there's scarves, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They fit in there.
So they have those about once every 3 weeks where you can buy one for $2.69, and I forget how many comes, maybe 20 or 30.
I think it's like 20.
And get 2 free. So for $2.69 you get 60 bags. So that's what we do when we go to buy hats.
Buy the bags.
Buy the bags to put the hats in. Words, guys. So that's what we do. One thing else I was going to say about Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach, the reason behind it, I told you, but my brother's nickname by my grandfather, my mom's dad, was Bumblebee, and mine was Honey Babe. And they lived on a mountain not far from where I live, and my brother and I owned the farm that belonged to my grandfather and my grandmother there. So that's why we call it Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach. And we did start this before we coined that phrase. Several years ago, one year I decided that I wanted to do something for the kids in the area, and we were going to do a fireman's parade at Christmas time because, you know, the 2020 stuff, we couldn't do a parade. Like, we used to do a thing where kids came to see Santa, and they played games and ate cookies and watched a movie and got their picture with Santa. We couldn't do that because of the dreaded C word. So we had this mobile parade that moved throughout the communities, throughout where we lived, like several communities, like a 2-hour parade. And so we decided 2 weeks before that we would ask people that locally to make hats for that. And we ended up with 75 hats between us and them, and I didn't think that was bad for 2 weeks. For people who didn't know and just started in crocheting or gave what they had on hand, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's grown from there. We have 3 parades that we do, and we, like I said, support several organizations, and it's all revolving around being kind to others. And so that's where Bumblebee's Mountain Outreach came from. The following year, we decided that we would name it that because I always knew I wanted to take his death and make it something good come from it. And God promises in His Word that He'll work all things to the good to those who love Him and are the called according to His purpose. And all means all, and that's all means. I had a pastor friend that used to say that, and I love that. He's gone on to heaven now, and he's in glory with Jesus, but he would say all means all, and that's all means. God works all things, even the bad, for good. And so that was my goal for my prayer for my brother's death. So that's why we do BMO. If you'd like to be a part of it, please let us know. Please, you can make whatever warm items that you'd like to make and send them in, and we would be happy to get those into the hands that can use a little cheering up and a little pick-me-up so that they know that they're loved. That's all we have for today. Long video, I know, but everything all in one, right? Don't forget to be kind.
Because you don't know who else is journey.
Bye.